Hi guys, coming over to our console gaming setup, we have an Xbox Series X, we have a PlayStation 3, Xbox One X, PlayStation 4, and finally the PlayStation 5. So been hard work trying to get hold of this one, managed to get a pre-order on it. So let's unbox this and get this set up. Hi guys, today we're unboxing and setting up a PlayStation 5. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. So this has been a real mission to get hold of. On the pre-order date, missed out on it, so we didn't manage to get it then. On the release date in the UK, similar thing was gonna happen. Again, websites were going down, it was really tough to get hold of, but we managed to join a queue in game.co.uk, and we managed to pick up a bundle which had a PlayStation Player 1 t-shirt, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Demon's Souls. So it worked out around £590. So let's take a look around the packaging. Comes in quite a large box, carry handle at the top. Looking at the top, you can see Sony in this corner, and on this one, PS5, PlayStation. Looking at this side, you can see Sony again, and 8K, 4K, 120. So the 120 stands for 120 frames per second. HDR support, PS5, PlayStation 5, picture of the console here, and the controller just over here. Coming around the side, PS5, PlayStation 5, and details of content just down there. Turning around this side, play like never before, a lightning speed, so harness the power of a custom CPU SSD with integrated I/O that rewrite the rules of what a PlayStation console can do. Breathtaking immersion, discover a deeper gaming experience with the support for haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and 3D audio technology. Stunning games, marvel at incredible graphics, and experience new PS5 features. Play a back catalogue of supported PS4 games with system update. So some backwards compatibility available on this. Looking over here, 825 gig it's saying, so that's how much storage you have on there. Should be interesting to see how much is actually available after you take into account the operating system, so we'll have a look at that as well. Spinning around this side, just pictures of the console. So let's open it up and see what you get in the packaging. So let's peel off the sticker at the top here. Open this, and it looks like the whole carry case comes out of here. Now looking at the box, you've got the PlayStation logo there. Just spin it around briefly, nothing else on that side or that side. And drop that tab down, open this up, and it just shows up here. If I flip it around again, you just take the top packaging out and then slide out the PlayStation. So if I open that, this should open up, and we'll slide out the PlayStation. It just looks enormous already. My God. Taking the cover off this one. We'll just take the cover off initially, and we'll have a look at it in a second. Now opening up the box you get with this, that reveals the guarantee details in this, and looks like it's multi-language. Then you've got safety guide, and having a brief flick through that, all in English. And then we've got the quick start guide. And again, looking in this, it's all in English, even has some color pictures. Got a power cord, and just looking at the connector for the PlayStation, standard one they had on the previous one, and the same one they use on the Xbox as well. Then we have the controller. I've already done an unboxing of a controller, so check that out if you want to see more details about it. So if you want to see that, there'll be a card over here, just click on that to have a more detailed view of this, and just to check out how to add it on to a PC or an Android device. Now coming in close, I'll just do a brief intro just to show. Size wise, it's slightly larger than the PS4 controller. Buttons either side here, buttons here, you've got the PlayStation button here, and a microphone mute button. Haptic triggers at the back, got a Type-C connector there for charging. So now coming in close, you can see all the little PlayStation logos all on this. Looking at the side here, same on this side. Feel wise, has a really good, comfortable feel to it. And I like the fact they've integrated a mic on this. So you could actually game without having a headset. You could just have obviously the sound coming from your TV and then speak and the microphone will pick it up. Next, looking in here, open that up. Got a stand here. So this is for if you wanted to place the PlayStation horizontally. And you've got a screw point, looks like there as well. Does it turn? Nothing turns. We'll have a look at that in a bit. And then you've got a HDMI cable. Build of this one feels good. Nice thick chunky cable on there. And looking in here, you've got a charging cable. USB-A to Type-C on here. And build quality doesn't seem too bad on this one either. Okay, so now looking at the PlayStation itself, a real beast in terms of size. It's 39 centimeters tall, 26.5 centimeters deep, and the width is 8 centimeters on here. Now design wise, you've got a glossy black finish going all the way around here, and you've got 2 side panels on there. Coming in close, you've got a CD drive here, and you've got a power button just over there. Then you've got an eject button, and then coming along, you've got a Type-C connector. Then you've got a USB connector, and then nothing else. If I spin it around, all nice and glossy. And then now looking at the side panels here. So if I move it back, you can see there's nothing on this side. Flipping it around, you can see the PlayStation logo here, and that sort of goes through there. Now, if I come around the back, you can see the vents for it. There's a Kensington locking point just over here, and then coming along, you can see USB connection, another USB connection, and then an Ethernet connection point, HDMI, and the power connection point. Now coming around the back here, a few more vents here, and there's a small circle. And if I put my nail in there, pop it off, you've got a hole. So there's 2 mounting positions for this. So if I now come over to the stand, in terms of build quality, all strong plastic on here, you've got 2 rubber areas there. And if I come in close, it looks like all the PlayStation logos on here. So I don't know if you can just make that out on the camera, but pretty cool how they've done it. You've got some slots over here either side, and then looking underneath, and there's supposed to be a screw with this. So if I turn it, that reveals the screw. So that screw is used for mounting the PlayStation directly on top of this. So what you do with that plastic removed from there, you can place this underneath. So just to show, so you take the PlayStation, and the area which has a larger black area, you slot these 2 into that position, and then you screw it in. And they sort of recommend using this if you're gonna have it standing up like so. Now to have it horizontally, what that involves, if I take it out of there, so now looking here at the side, you can see some of the PlayStation logos just in this area. So this is the point where the mount can go and hook onto. The indicator which way around is, if you don't see the screw point, then you know that's for the horizontal mount. And you just line up the 2 squares either side, hook it on like that, and then you've got your horizontal mounting position there. So there you go, as simple as that. Another thing to briefly show, you've got Sony on that side, nothing on the other side, but coming in close on here, you can see all the PlayStation logos around here. And this is on the other side as well, just to show. There you go, really cool. So surprised how big it is. I have heard other people saying it is enormous, and I have to say it is really big. Now for my particular setup, what I've done, I've moved the Xbox Series X just over here. I think at a later stage I might juggle the consoles about and get a bit more tidier. I might slot in both the Xbox and the PlayStation into one of the slots down there. But in the meanwhile, I will just go for installing over there. So I'll go for the vertical installation of this. Next, let's get this connected up. So first of all, the power cable goes in here. Then we've got the HDMI cable, and I prefer to have things wired, so I've got an Ethernet cable going directly to my router, and that's it. Let's turn on the PlayStation for the first time. So press the power button, you hear it beep, and a blue light comes on just over here. HDR's already kicked in on this. So now it's saying to plug in the controller. Now I've plugged in the cable into the controller, and if we listen on screen, it's actually saying in different languages to get it connected up via the cable. And if you look, it's glowing slightly around the edges. You can see there. And if I now press the PlayStation logo, there you go. So first thing is language selection. So we're fine with English United Kingdom. Next to that. Okay, so it's got a screen reader, which is reading off the instructions on the screen. I can turn that off. Okay, next it's adjust display area. So we just press the arrows to enable us to do that. And that's the maximum area covered now. You can see the circles in each corner. Okay to that. So now it's saying to adjust the brightness until the symbol is barely visible. Next to that, same thing again, adjust until it's barely visible. Next again, and same thing again. Okay to that. Now it's saying insert a game disc. If you have a game disc, insert it now and we'll install it while you continue setup. We can do this later on. So I'll say continue without disc. Power options for rest mode. So control the amount of power consumed and features your PS5 can use while in rest mode. So at the moment it's set to low power use. So with this, it doesn't apply any updates. It'll only download and install when the console is on, and it doesn't charge the controllers. So optimized experience, this will apply the latest updates, and it turns on remotely when you connect using the PlayStation app or remote play. And it charges the controllers after entering rest mode. So it consumes more power, as they say, and custom, so we can fiddle around with the settings, get it how you want it. Now we'll go for low power use and okay for that. Let's agree to that and confirm. Update system software, update the system software to use network features and get the most out of your PS5. I'll continue on that. System software update, your PS5 system software will be updated, your PS5 will restart and start the update. All data for guests will be deleted. Okay, we'll go for update. Okay, so updates have been applied. Now it's saying press the PS button on your controller. A new version of the wireless controller device software is available. Your console won't need to restart for this update, so we'll update now. Okay, so now it's saying to sign in to the PlayStation network. So let me do this off camera. Okay, so I've created a new account and let's click OK. Family on PlayStation, set up a family to tailor your children's experience with parental controls. Okay to this. Download media apps. We'll do this later. There you go. Welcome to PlayStation 5. All ready to go. So simple as that to get up and running. So first of all, Astro's Playground. So it's a full game which is free. So if I now come over, let's get that installed. Now first thing is, I'm curious about the storage on here. So if I come over to settings, go down to storage, and there you go. So in terms of storage, space available to install games on is 667.2 gig available. So really quite minimal if you think about it. In terms of quite a high-end console, you've got a minimum amount available. But storage-wise, obviously it's a premium storage, it's SSD, it's a solid state drive in there. So performance-wise on the drive, it'll be super fast. Extended storage, this is where you can plug in a hard disk and get additional storage. So I'll do a video showing that at some point. Back from here, screen and video coming in here, video output and resolution set to automatic, and video output information. So you can see here resolution at the moment is 3840 by 2160 at 60 Hertz. So that's 4K. And now looking below information for the connected HDMI device, you can see the supported frequencies. So supported wise, it's 120 Hertz maximum. Back from here, HDR is set to automatic, adjust HDR, deep color output. So that's automatically turned on my TV when it picked up the PlayStation. Now let's have a look around the interface. So this is what you're initially presented with. And if you go along, you can see what's installed. So obviously Astro's Playground, and then coming along you've got PlayStation Plus. This is where you can sign up for a subscription. Obviously you've got to pay for that. That's the price to get a 12-month subscription, so $49.99, but there are other ways of getting it cheaper from other websites. And again, I'll do a video on that at a later stage. PlayStation Now, and these are games on demand. Then you've got Media Gallery, and this is where all your screenshots and video clips are stored. Share Factory, then we've got Remote Play. So I'll aim to do a video on this at some point as well, show Remote Play. And coming across, you've got Game Library, so you can see all the games installed. So at the moment, obviously, I've only installed Astro's Playground. Now, going up from here, going to Media, going back from there, you've got all apps. Then you've got TV and video, and then App Library. So no apps have been installed yet. And if I go down, you can see all the apps available. And we'll install YouTube for now. Okay, that's downloaded in the background. And just to go down, just to show a few more. That's all there is available. Coming back from there, then clicking across, going to games, scrolling down from there. Obviously there's a play button here to start playing this. Coming down, more details. Okay, let's go up now. Going back, you can see PlayStation Store, and going in there, you can purchase games. See here, so you can purchase them straight online, so you don't have to wait for anything to be delivered. And going across, you can see all the games coming out soon. I guess for me, I'm quite excited to try out Gran Turismo 7. And then coming down, let's go back to the top. Got collections, subscriptions, and browse. And then coming up, if I click on search, you can search for different things. So you see list at the top, games, media, players. Back from there. So now looking at the side, you've got the voice icon here. If I click on that, so using voice input, so I can actually speak into the controller now and it will pick up my voice to search for something. Call of Duty. And there you go. How cool is that? So the fact the controller has a microphone in here is really useful. Now coming back from here, going across, you've got settings, and here are all the setting options. So I'll briefly go through these. So users, guide, health and safety and other information, just general information just to click through. We'll leave that one, looks boring. Accessibility, okay, display related ones, screen reader, so you can enable that again. So if you do enable that as you're moving around, it will just read off what's there. Controllers, so you can change the vibration and the trigger intensity on this. Closed captions and chat transcription. Back from here, network details over here, settings here, users and accounts coming in here. You can add in more accounts if you wanted to. Family and parental controls. So if you had young kids, you can add in restrictions through here with parental controls. Coming into system software details, HDMI related details, language, date and time. Remote play, power saving, so you can amend the settings you initially set, and web browser details. Then you've got storage, we've already seen this one. Sound, so microphone related things, audio output and volume control on here. Screen and video, so resolution related details. Accessories, so Bluetooth accessories, controllers, media remote if you had one of those, keyboard, mouse and camera. Saved data and game app settings, briefly go through that. So save data on PS5, save data on PS4, game presets, automatic updates, spoiler warning and game status, notifications on here, back from their captures and broadcasts, and that's it. That's everything you have available. Interface wise, looks different from how the PS4 was set up. So it's nice to see a bit of a change. This is what surprised me about the Xbox Series X. Nothing looked different, looked exactly like the Xbox One X. Disc wise, discs are placed in this way. Okay, so let's test out Astro's Playground. So if I bring the controller down so you can see the haptic feedback hopefully happening on the controller. So we'll start up the game. And the holes over here, I can hear the sound coming out of there.
and the controller itself is vibrating. Wow, yeah. Individually, I could feel it vibrating, and then the adaptive triggers. Wow, that's pretty cool. If I can somehow show this, pressing down a little bit, it's additional force required to press it. That is really impressive, really is. I was looking forward to seeing that in action. You see it moving on the screen as well, even a gentle press. And you've got to put a bit more force into it to get it all the way down. Really impressive. Okay, next to that, touchpad. Nice, so you're getting some feedback off the controller itself as you're doing that. Next to that, motion sensor. There you go. So moving the controller, obviously the sensor's picking up that you're moving it. Next to that, microphone. And it's saying blow into the microphone, so excellent. So it picks that up. Click to that. Okay, so it's indicating to swipe up. Nice. Has a very different feel to it, the controller, really does. The feedback you're getting is really nice on here. Integrates pretty well. Obviously, when you're jumping around and you're doing things and it's hitting it. The feeling you get on this is very impressive.
Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of the PlayStation 5. I'm really impressed with it. I think it's really has taken the console to the next level, especially in terms of the controller with the feedback you get on there. Really impressive. I like the fact they've even integrated the microphone into there, so you're not limited to use a headset anymore. So you can get away with just playing straight out of the box and play online with your friends with this. Another great thing about the console is the fact that PlayStation 4 games are backward compatible on there. So if you've got a big catalogue of games you've already purchased, digital or on CD, they'll still work on that. As far as I've heard, the bulk of the games will work. Now, if we compare the console to the Xbox Series X, I think it just blows the Xbox Series X away. The feedback you're getting off the controller is a massive winner on this, and it will really enhance gameplay. And I even like the fact it's even got the microphone built onto it. So you don't have to rely on buying a gaming headset. Performance-wise, performs really well. Disappointment for me really is storage. Obviously, limited storage on there. I've already filled mine up to a point where I'm gonna have to start deleting games on there to put more things on. But there you go. Hope it's helped anyone trying to set up their PlayStation 5. Details are in description below, including purchasing links. Hang around for the end cards for some more PlayStation related videos. Hang around still after this one to see some gameplay on it. Thanks for viewing and see you in the next one.
Pete! You here? Just down in some rocket fuel. How are you drinking? Very, very carefully. Okay, go time.
Units 2 en route, heavy payload.
Copy, Helix 2, we got you, let's go.
This is a big operation. It's gotta be. Hundreds of felons escaped from the raft last year. Now it's time to move them back in. Police aren't taking any chances, especially now with our guest of honor.
Getting a lot of interference here.
One of those guys who helped Doc Ock's in there? Think so. Could be Vulture, could be Scorpion, could be someone bigger. Okay, we got a problem. Go back, Miles. Let me take this. Don't worry. Oh, no! We got this. Just need to contain it before that happens.
Hello, tiny sliders.
Miles, I've got Rhino, but you have to contain the escapees. Right. Hey, I'm on it. He's never gonna trust me on a mission like this again.
Nice work with the helicopter, kid. Real heroic stuff.
Hey guys, how about we call time out? I'll just throw. Please. No. All right then.
King Alant the Twelfth, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria. That is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned. But Valifax of the royal twin fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria